Pittsburgh Steelers, is Aaron Rodgers worth 2 years?
He's not worth 1 year. He's not worth half a year. Please, 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 Pittsburgh Steelers, do not sign Aaron Rodgers. It would be the worst nightmare of my reality that you could ever do. Please, I'd rather have him go to the Giants so then we could troll Seth. But allegedly, Aaron Rodgers is down to the Giants and Steelers on where he wants to go. The Steelers are still on the table with Russell Wilson. They say Russell Wilson is their second option when it comes to the quarterback free agent market. But Fields already left, and I think he signed with the Jets.
Yeah.
Justin Fields. But here's some of the biggest trades that happened. There's been a lot more. I could only fit so many on the screen. We're going to talk about these ones on the screen, and if me or my co-host remember any of the other ones, we might talk about them. But yeah, we got Debo Samuels, going to the Washington Redskins.
With Commanders, we'll start. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Commanders and Debo Samuel. So Debo Samuel's leaving the 49ers. I mean, with the whole Brock Purdy situation, his whole contract is still up in the air. Nobody knows what he's gonna get. It's gonna be 45, 42, in at least over 50. My coach feel like he don't even deserve 50 million. So I mean, with that whole
Too injured.
yeah, exactly.
Like the Anthony Davis of the NFL.
He's too he's saying Brock Purdy's too injured, and I mean when he does play, he's not doing anything with the 49ers. You see Christian McCaffrey, he's injured.
I thought you were just talking about Debo.
Yeah, we're talking about the whole Commanders and the
yeah.
whole thing. So you see the 49ers, you see they also trying to trade Brandon Ayuk. Christian McCaffrey's basically gone the whole entire last season. They're letting Debo
Legs
go.
made of glass.
Yeah, they're letting Debo go. He's going to the Commanders. I mean, the Commanders definitely do need another weapon. I mean, you see they got a Jaden. Jaden's out here balling, rookie of the year.
It's crazy because I think they'll be a better team in the regular season. But I don't know if that'll mean a better success in the postseason. Like yeah. I don't know if they'll get as far as they did, but I think they might have a better regular season. But we'll have to wait and see. And then out of nowhere, we got the Steelers making a big move with DK Metcalf. Was signing him to like $100 million over 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was not
like $30 million a year.
I was not expecting this at all. I know we wanted to get another receiver, but to do this trade and to pay him immediately, like I know he's dominant, and with him with Pickens, it's gonna be a dominant duo. I wonder if he's gonna make him give up 14 or offer to buy it off of him, or if he's gonna be like, nah, dog, like that's my number. You got to get a new one.
I mean, that's something, and also something is that it's George Pickens' contract year. So this is a season where he has to prove himself. So some people are saying that Pickens may not even be here by the end of the season. They may end up trading him off, just because. I mean, thinking about it, like it's your contract season. You trying to ball out. You trying to put these numbers up, and they get DK Metcalf. Like you already know a lot of the passes are going.
It's almost like he should because it's like if you look at it in the past, whenever they had Antonio Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster, that Juju had great years, like the first 2 years of his career because he was the second option, and that's like what made Antonio Brown jealous is he was getting double teamed all the time. So Juju was getting man coverage, and he was getting like all these catches and yards, and he's like, how am I like the number one option, but I'm getting catches like the number two options. And it's like, well, you're getting double teamed every play, dog. And I wonder if that'll really free up George Pickens now to have DK out there and, him getting single coverage where DK is going to be getting the double teams.
Exactly. And then also the Steelers are also getting better in defense. They just signed Slay, the cornerback from the Eagles, just winning the Super Bowl. So I mean that's getting better. Najee Harris, they didn't resign. He is now a Charger. So I mean, only thing
I'm happy about that actually.
Only thing the Steelers have to do now is I think get a running back, but they can get a running back in the draft. They can get Scatterboo, the right running back.
Scatterboo from Arizona State. I think they're going to promote Warren to the starter.
Okay.
And they just gave him a qualifying offer, so if he signs an offer sheet with anyone, they have the right to match it and him to automatically be on the team. So they might let him test his own value and pay him whatever the market value is. When if he gets a 2 or 4 year deal for whatever, if it's not too pricey, they'll just match it and keep him on the team for that
Ex-
many years. But
exact. What
they
about
also
the
signed another running back.
who?
Um, it might have been another Eagles player.
I think it was on defense.
No, no, the running back.
No,
It wasn't Saquon, but it was maybe one of your other running backs.
I don't.
I forget. There's been so many moves, and I love the NBA. I do, I played football, and I do check out the NFL and the NFL show, but I am not tapped in with knowing every single player's name with those
Oh
giant
yeah, it was one of
rosters.
our running backs, Gainwell.
Gainwell, yeah.
Signed to a 1 year deal.
Kenneth Gainwell, yeah. I saw that. Sorry, I couldn't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so, we'll see how he's doing. I don't know if Patterson is on a 1 or 2 year deal, but he played really good last year until he got hurt, and then he came back and did okay. But if they have Patterson and Warren and this guy, I'm not really sure with is he good? Do you remember him?
Nah, I better remember him. I mean,
So I mean he'll
he
hopefully
was like third string.
hopefully he stays third string running back on the
I,
Steelers. But it all comes down to the quarterback, and man, Aaron Rodgers is gonna have to really turn it around. I think he's too old. I don't like how his unmobile he is now in the pocket. That unless you got an A+
they
line,
said he
can't trust him back there because he just can't move.
they say he appeared in 66 games with 4 starts, seeing action on 1,372 offensive snaps, 250. So he played special teams also. He played offense and special teams. He had a total of almost 2,000 yards, 13 touchdowns for the Eagles. Yeah, so I mean he's decent. He can do something. I mean, I think yeah, with the Steelers in the draft, I feel like you might
We could
get.
get a
Oh,
quarterback
yeah,
in the
got
draft
Calvin
too.
Austin.
Oh yeah, Austin will be our third
Austin's
our third
now very. I
third
mean,
option receiver.
I feel like they on offense wise, you probably like need to get an offensive lineman. They probably gonna go offensive lineman, or they probably get a running back. Probably get like one person on defense because the defense is already stacked with the
Our
Steelers.
defense is shored up, man. Yeah, we've done really good with our defense, so I'm excited. We even signed another Ravens linebacker. I forget, but we signed Queen last year, and he had a good
The Queen
season.
was good. Queen was
And
nice.
I think we signed another one of the Ravens starters. So it's funny how a lot of Ravens players are jumping ship to the Steeler
Then you
Nation.
got the Geno Smith. Geno Smith going to from the Seahawks to the Raiders. He's now going to be with Pete Carroll. I mean, I don't know, but nobody knows what the Raiders are going to
The
do.
Raiders are going to be trash, but I'm happy that Geno Smith will,
Be with his old
most
coach.
likely be with his old coach and have the starting job. So, he'll get another chance to be the guy. And I'm always going to root for Geno. Shout out him. And he played at West
And
Virginia.
then Sam Darnold ended up signing a multi-million-dollar deal with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
That's trash. I mean, the Seahawks don't got anybody. I mean, only reason why Sam Darnold was actually good is because he had Justin Jeffries, and then he had that running game. I mean, the Vikings had defense because a lot of defense did save him, and then he had Justin Jeffries. So I mean,
Who did the Vikings get to replace him since he's gone?
they haven't. I mean, they said that JJ McCarthy was a quarterback from the Michigan, but he was injured, so now he's gonna be back. I mean, they drafted him to be
To be
the
the guy.
starter. Also, Danny Dimes ended up signing with the Indianapolis Colts,
Yeah.
but he's going against Anthony Richardson, that quarterback that sucked, that gave up on his team and a lost
I
his
mean
starting
that
spot to Joe Flacco.
they're gonna have a mid off at practice
Exactly, that's funny. So he's gonna end up losing his job in
to Danny Dimes.
losing his job in with the Giant for the Giants, then coming to Indianapolis, taking that job. That's gonna be funny. Then the last one is
Ravens got DeAndre Hopkins,
got DeAndre
one
Hopkins
year
from the
deal.
Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, this is a reunion for Derrick Henry and Hopkins because they both played in Tennessee. So I mean, I feel like they got Zay Flowers. With the Ravens, I mean, like I feel like they just need a good wide receiver. For some strange reason, they don't want to get no big name, big wide receiver. They want to get these small wide receivers or these super old wide receivers like Steve
Steve
Smith
Smith.
or
We saw how
Odell
that turned out.
or like Odell when he's like on one leg. Like I don't know
Yeah.
why you would sign them, but
They really have done that like 3 4 years in a row where they get like an aging star for a 1 year deal and
hmm
then they trash.
they haven't. I mean, they had. I remember back in the day when they had like Derek Mason, but like the Ravens never really had a good wide receiver that was actually known. That was actually good. I mean, like
Well, because now it'll be what Hopkins and Flowers will be their best receivers, right?
Hopkins, Flowers. They probably got a tight end.
Oh,
Uh,
the tight end is real good. I forget his name, but yeah,
hmm
he's basically a first, second option receiver too, with how good he is.
But I mean, that's just first part of free NFL free agency. What's
Comment,
going on?
comment if you're watching this on TFTC clips. We did an NFL show every week during the NFL season. You could go check that out on Tales from the Crib, and comment down below if this video gets 50 50 likes and 15 comments. We'll bring Seth back for an NFL update, mid-season free agency finanza episode, emergency podcast. Maybe we could do a short, like 45-minute show. Bring Seth back and talk some NFL talk. If he wants to do an NFL update with so many major moves being done, we can definitely get that done for you. But you got to like and you got to comment to make that happen. Or if not, we won't see Seth till next year, the next football
Facts,
season.
facts.
Now he
But
might hop on a reaction or something. Let us know if you want to see Seth on some more content.